of age and entering the service group for the service in the tent of meeting. U3. 33, 34. 4. 42-45 Their chieftain then was Zuriel, and their encampment was on the inside of the tabernacle. U3. 35 During the wilderness trek the three-tribe division of Judah was first to pull away from an encampment. Then the Gershonites and Merarites as carriers of the tabernacle pulled away, followed by the three-tribe division of Reuben and then the Kohathite Levites. U10. 14-21 The Merarites were in charge of the panel frames, bars, pillars, and socket pedestals of the tabernacle, as well as all its utensils and all its service, in addition to the pillars, socket pedestals, tent pins, and tent cords of the courtyard. U3. 36, 37 To move these heavy objects, they were supplied with 4 wagons and 8 cattle. In the wilderness they and the Gershonites were under the hand of Aaron's son Itamar. U7. 6-8 In the division of the Promised Land under Joshua, 12 cities were assigned to the Merarites, 4 each from the tribal territories of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. One of these, Ramoth in Gilead in the territory of Gad, was a city of refuge. Jos 21. 7, 34-40. 1ch6. 63, 77-81. In David's day 220 Merarites, with Asaiah as their chief, assisted other Levites in bringing the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem from the house of Obed-Edom. 1ch15. 1-6, 25 After the Ark had a resting place, David gave positions for the direction of the singing at the house of Jehovah to certain Merarites. 1ch6. 31, 44-47 Other Merarites O textoi acute Meritra longo, Mercy 375 derived from Mar-Middle.Ra, Merat may point to the intensity of Babylon's rebellion. From the days of its founder Nimrod, Babylon's course was one of rebellion against Jehovah. GE 10. 8-10. Merchant. One who buys and sells or barters with expectation of making a profit. A tradesman or a tradeswoman. The Hebrew term rendered merchant literally refers to one who travels about for commercial purposes. GE 34. 10, FTN. Very early in man's history people became skilled in certain fields of endeavor, specializing in their occupation. GE 4. 20-22 Commerce and trade between them naturally followed, and in the course of events, many individuals worked exclusively as merchants and traders handling a great variety of commodities. By the time Abraham reached Canaan early in the 2nd millennium BCE certain mercantile weights and measures were used and recognized. GE 23. 16 The Mosaic law commanded that the merchant's measurements be standardized and just. De 25. 13-16. PR 11. 1. 20. 10. Mixix. 11. Some merchants were shopkeepers. Others did business in the cities in marketplaces and bazaars. NE 13. 20 Some owned fleets of ships that plied the high seas to bring back valuable cargoes of merchandise from distant lands. PS 107. 23. PR 31. 14 Other traders were travelers who followed the extensive overland trade routes of the ancient world. 1 Chi 10. 14, 15. 2ch 9. 13, 14 Joseph was sold by his brothers to such traveling merchants headed for Egypt. GE 37. 25, 28. All the nations, small and great, had their merchants, and through their activity many were made rich. There were the merchants of Ethiopia Issa 45. 14, of Assyria Nar 1. 1. 3. 16, of the kingdom of Solomon 1 Chi 10. 28. 2ch 1. 16, and of Sidon and Tyre is 23. 2, 8. Ezekiel's prophecy describes the city of Tyre as a great commercial center to which the ships and caravans from all parts of the world came and did business. This same prophecy also describes the great variety of merchandise these merchants handled, which enriched this port city, such things as silver, iron, tin, lead, copper articles, horses, mules, ivory, ebony, turquoise, wool, dyed fabrics, corals, rubies, wheat, special foodstuffs, honey, oil, balsam, wine, cassia, cane, garments of woven material, perfumes, precious stones, and gold. As 27. 2, 12-25. The Greek word poros meaning journey refers to a traveling merchant, or one on a journey. An example is the traveling merchant in Jesus' illustration who searched for fine pearls of great price. Mount 13. 45. It is the traveling merchants that the symbolic book of Revelation says are made rich by the great harlot. Babylon the Great, the mother of the harlots, and who weep and mourn over her downfall and destruction. Re 17. 1, 5. 18. 3, 11-15. Babylon the Great also has her own traveling merchants, the top-ranking men of the earth. Re 18. 23. Mercy. An expression of kind consideration or pity that brings relief to those who are disadvantaged.